There's the record. Melanie LaCroix, 2-1 from System Training Center. Yeah, there was no way we were letting you go from the table before this fight, Jessica.
I wouldn't have moved if you wanted me to. The ladies always bring it. They always end up stealing the show, every show.
I know I've said this on a bunch of broadcasts before, but it always bears repeating. There was a statistic that I heard not too many years back, recently, that suggested that when women's MMA was on a card, it represented about 10-15% of the card. Most of it was male. But when it was present, like 70-80% of the time, fight of the night.
I absolutely agree with those numbers. The women always come out, no reservations. There's really not a whole lot of feeling out process. They just go for it. They always put on exciting fights.
The women are already stealing the show here with the entrances. Both.
I listen to the crowd, and everybody is pumped for this.
Very impressive. Brooksie Bayard making her debut. She's got no fights so far professionally. LaCroix has 3, 2-1.
That really doesn't mean a whole lot these days, just because there are great amateur organizations all over the place, and people are coming into their pro debuts with a lot of amateur experience.
It does make a difference, right? Because otherwise it was just your first time hitting the cage and competing. So there's a good chance that Bayard already has the jitters out of her system, to a degree at least.
Most of the people competing, male or female, are lucky enough to have amateur records just because they have the opportunity to fight for an amateur organization. A lot of what happened when I first started fighting was we had smoker fights, which were illegal underground, and you really didn't know what you were getting into at those fights. My first fight was a pro fight. And
I remember that. I remember that. We go back. I remember that. What can you tell us about the jitters? Let's say she doesn't have an amateur background. What is she feeling right now?
I mean, a lot of excitement. She has, she has a smile on her face. She looks great, ready to go, excited. She has, doesn't really have any references for, what's going on. So she's a clean slate and she's ready to go.
She looks calm. They both look poised. They both look calm. And anybody that can do that in front of referee Mike Beltran with that long mustache beard.
It's a little distracting.
That's impressive.
So you think you'd be make it more lighthearted? You just be like, oh man, he looks like Yosemite Sam. It's not so serious. It's all fun and games.
And the blue one, traveling out of Systems Training Center.
Clarification, because I know Melanie LaCroix, but the graphic says Brooksie Bayard. Our paper says Bayard. So I'd like to get clarification out of respect for the athlete to make sure I'm getting her name right.
I would just call her Brooksie.
That's a good thing to do.
Just make up a nickname.
And she's coming out strong.
LaCroix delivering some knees to the midsection right away. Eats a right hand from Brooksie. Brooksie in the red tape gloves. They're both wearing black. However, it looks like Brooksie's got black with white trim. LaCroix in full black. And LaCroix with the blue gloves, blue tape. And Brooksie with the red. Round 1 of 3.
Both of them are jockeying for position in the clinch, throwing some nice knees.
Those knees to the body are going to add up, Bayard.
Outside knees now to the thigh of LaCroix. This fight seems to have the makings of heating up and then simmering and then heating up.
Bayard and LaCroix seem content to exchange knees for punches.
Powerful knees she's throwing.
LaCroix's throwing knees to the body. Bayard's eating him and throwing punches to the head.
Yeah, LaCroix with the tie clinch, and then she ate a couple punches in return. Brooksie throwing some inside shots. Going with an underhook and then throwing that left.
LaCroix's been more aggressive in the clinch, tie-ups, but Bayard is landing far better strikes with those, or actually LaCroix's landing far better strikes with those knees. But Bayard seems to be engaging in the clinch.
How much effect does it have on the judges? Even though LaCroix's doing a lot of damage, she's got her back against the cage a lot. Are they going to score that more in favor of Brooksie Bayard?
I kind of look at it as Brooksie has a more dominant position because she is, being aggressive, trying to kind of work for takedowns, throw
Cage control.
punches. Exactly. While LaCroix is using cage to her advantage and using it to kind of move off of and keep herself up. It's just, you never know what the judges are going to look for.
So how would you score that round, Jessica? The knees of LaCroix or the clinch of Bayard?
I mean, LaCroix definitely landed stronger strikes, but just for cage control and being more active, I would give the first round to Brooksie.
It was pretty close. It's hard to gauge.
Second round of action. It says 2 of 5 on the graphic, but it's 2 of 3. Is it? It is.
Yeah, it's 2 of 3, and it's 3-minute rounds, not 5. They're working to get those graphics corrected. But yes, it is 3 rounds. 3 minutes, 3 rounds. Again, more of the same. Bayard engaging the clinch.
Both of them seem to have similar styles. I just wish LaCroix would try and jock her position more against the cage because she seems to have a lot more power in her knees and could be a lot more effective if Brooksie's back was against the cage.
She's looking for a hip toss there now to see if she could change the game, but you're looking for a reversal of position.
Yes.
Good strikes by LaCroix as they break away again.
But I like that separation. LaCroix can really use the reach to her advantage, and she has a reach advantage.
Yeah, clearly, and she used it because both times LaCroix landed as they separated, and she used the distance again there.
LaCroix finally has some
really
she finally
nicely.
has some distance to throw strikes. She's not getting smothered up against the cage.
No, but you know what she did? She landed some good shots. She had distance that worked in her favor. And then she started getting into a heated back and forth, and the distance closed, and it all of a sudden became 50-50 on who could land. She started giving away what was working for her just in a heated exchange.
And she can make those adjustments throughout the fight and with more experience. You know, she has a couple fights, so just the more she competes, the more she'll get comfortable with that range.
A takedown can certainly have a lot of weight on the scorecards now.
Ooh, the back fist out of Bayard. We call those pip knuckles.
Another attempt for a hip toss there, and then more of the knees to the midsection from LaCroix.
Nice elbow.
That wasn't even like a spinning back fist.
It was pip knuckles.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing you can call it.
One of my favorite names to any strike.
Nice 1-2 from LaCroix. See, right there, she's doing what she does where she can do it best.
She's having a lot of success with that range.
Yeah, that 1-2 combination is really hitting home.
But she's letting Brooksie engage her in the clinch and stop it. She can just circle away from the clinch, make sure she keeps the distance. She can keep landing like that, but she needs to find a way to keep the paws of Bayard off of her.
Nice level change.
You don't want a windmill. There you go.
How would you guys score that round?
I think that was a LaCroix round.
I think it was all LaCroix. I mean, outside of, like you mentioned, Bayard's doing the cage control route, but LaCroix's getting everything else, definitely more damage. You can see the cornerman working on Bayard's face. I mean, if LaCroix can just find a way to circle away, don't get caught up in the clinch, don't let Bayard get the paws on her, and keep her at her distance, it's her fight to win. Third and final round. Finally got the graphic right, 3 minutes, and right away they're swinging. LaCroix with another knee.
More knees. When LaCroix throws the knees in succession, Brooksie Bayard throws punches in countering. When LaCroix throws the combination punching from a distance, she walks away the victor in that exchange. I tell you what I'm not seeing is a disappointed crowd.
No, the crowd is loving this fight. Like I said, the women always steal the show.
They do. That makes you a criminal in that arena, because I've seen you fight. Where can people real fast online look up your fights, see any of your fights online, follow your career?
I have fights on YouTube, but you can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. I have a Facebook. All of the media outlets I am on.
Jessica Penne, it's P-E-N-N-E. Definitely a career worth following.
Thank you very much.
I'm still doing it. I'm even an R.J. Clifford fan, I just don't tell him.
You don't want to stroke my ego.
I don't want, yeah.
Otherwise my head will get so big it won't fit in the headset.
That's what I was worried about. Minute and a half left. These ladies have no idea what the pause button is. They have been fighting the entire time. An attempted knee to the head by LaCroix. She's trying to push the head of Brooksie Bayard down and then deliver the knee to it. I don't think it landed with full steam. Nice Nice elbows and then punches. LaCroix is winning the fight with those exchanges. And now she's got Brooksie's back, or she had it. Does that make you want to get in there to get your revved up, Jessica?
It's really hard to commentate because I'm really excited about this fight.
Roy's now working on taking the back of Brooksie. Brookie's in on a kind of a high cross position. 10 seconds left, so you can take advantage of this.
Trying to turn it into a takedown. No!
And LaCroix just
and then counters with some punches.
What a fun end to a fun fight.
That was a really fun fight to watch. Nice standing ovation from the crowd.
Yeah, again, representing not just women's MMA, but MMA very well. Crowd very pleased with what they saw.
You just have to admire men and women who go in there and just leave it all in the cage.
Yeah, I mean, that is the one thing they did not display was exhaustion or even a hint of quitting. I mean, it was full gas pedal the whole way. That's not easy to do, just so people know.
No, it's not at all.
There's plenty of opportunity for discouragement and tired, but we didn't see any of that.
Not at all.
Now here's the burning question before we get it from our ring announcer. Where do you think this one lies?
I mean, I don't always see eye to eye with the judges, but
Nobody does.
I would honestly give it to LaCroix. I think that she landed a lot more effective strikes, and when she had range.
I give her round 2 and 3 doing just that.
I agree.
Doing just that.
You never know. I'm always terrified to leave it in the hands of the judges because you just don't know what they're looking for.
The judges get criticized a lot for decisions and bad decisions. The one thing to keep in mind too is that while we're watching it, we have the monitor and the ability to see the fight. Every camera angle is presented. Judges have one perspective, and they do sometimes because of that maybe miss things or see it differently. Just to be fair. That said, hope they don't mess this one up. No, I'm kidding. I think Brooksie Bayard took the first round with pressure, with initiating the attack, with doing some good cage work. I think she did some of the same in rounds 2 or 3, but it got eclipsed a little bit by LaCroix striking with the continued knees and then the punching.
I think that LaCroix did a lot more work, and in the second and third round, Brooksie just kind of tried to lean on her a little bit too much and wasn't doing anything very effective, but kind of bullying her up against the cage.
The word you use, I think, is going to be what decides what we saw as a result, because there's the thing as being aggressive, and then there's what they call effective aggression, which is the difference I think you just pointed out. And I think that's going to be what decides this fight. Both aggressive, LaCroix more effective.
How about a big round of applause for these fine
Not one disappointed fan in this house right now. Not one.
And both judges, Jackie Denton and Stephen Davis, scored the same, 29-28. For your winner, by unanimous decision, Melanie LaCroix.
Two of the judges, I think, spot on, 29-28. One of them gave LaCroix all 3 rounds. As much as I agree with the decision the first round, I don't know about.
Yeah, Yeah, I would not have given the first round to her, but definitely the second and third.
Very excited. Melanie LaCroix, obviously very excited after a fantastic fight. You two went to war for 3 rounds. How does it feel going for something like that?
It was good. I don't know experience. She came out banging the entire time, so it kept me on my toes. I did have each time the rest, but, you know.
It seemed like you were just trying to disengage the punch so you can get to your range and land some straight punch. That seems where most of your success was. Was that the game plan going in?
I really wanted space really bad. She was going to give it to me, so I kept just resorting to the knee, trying to defend her takedown off the fence. It was close a few times, and I knew I couldn't be on my back and had to work for trying to get up. I'm not going down!
Well, you're 3-1 now as a professional. Things are looking up for you. What's next?
You know, one fight at a time. Leave it to my coaches to kind of make a game plan for me and also whatever.
Congratulations. All right, it takes 2 to tango. You seem to be going for the clinch a lot, going for takedowns, working elbows. Was that the game plan coming in?
No, it wasn't. There are some transitions that I'm making in my training right now, and I'm trying to implement those changes. There's actually just isn't like sitting with me yet, but I'm trying to pass some time.
We all had a great time. What were some things you wish you could have done different in that fight?
You know what? I want to get more familiar with executing my tricks and sweeps and things like that. So that's where the difficulty came in. And it's been a little while since I fought as well, so maybe I'm just not up to par.
One more time for both of these great ladies. Give it up!